to start, I wanted to just kind of pre-frame the rapport section here is, as I'm not going to be able to give any magic bullets, right? There's not going to be, if somebody's terrible with working with people, I'm not going to be able to give you the one magic phrase that's going to solve all your rapport building challenges. But the rapport is a skill. So, don't get discouraged if it's not going perfect the first couple, the first couple times you're trying. It's something that you're going to consistently get better at. The focus is progress over perfection, right? Your conversations are becoming easier and easier. You have some more questions, you get better at that follow-up question. So don't, especially if you're a staff member on here, don't look at it, okay, I watched the 1 hour rapport building session. Now I'm a champ, I'm a pro, right? And then the first one, you have an awkward conversation. You're like, oh, I suck again. Don't be too hard on yourself. Just progress over perfection. A couple easy first steps is, number one is just identify how much time you have with that person. Because when we're talking about all this strategy and different questions to ask, knowing how much time you have is going to be really helpful. So do you have 10 seconds or do you have 10 minutes? And that will help decide, like, okay, how many of these questions, how much follow-up can I really be asking during that amount of time? The second thing, and this is hopefully throughout today, you can kind of come up with these, is really come up with just 2 or 3 questions that will apply to almost all of your members as an opening question. Maybe it's a compliment, maybe it's an opening question. It could be something of, what brought you in today, or whatever. The more specific you can get to them, the better, but you always want to have at least 2 or 3 that you can fall back. And the goal isn't that question builds rapport. The goal is that question starts the conversation, and then you're going to listen and do some follow-up questions. And that's where the rapport is really built. So that intro question is designed to, what's a question I can just ask them to get them talking about something that I can then follow up with and really start then building the relationship at that point. And then the last tip. So how much time do you have to build rapport? Come up with your 2 to 3 solid questions. And then the last tip is just keep practicing with your current members, right? If a member's there early, ask them questions, follow up with them a little bit. One of the things I promote with our management staff and our whole team is that I want our team learning skills versus completing tasks. And so managers, I don't want our managers to manage people on completing their task. Did you do this? Did you do this? I want them focused on learning skills. So rapport isn't so much, did you build rapport? So did you make that sale? It's, hey, are you better at rapport now than you were before? And I try to teach our managers to have conversations when they're doing a one-on-one with a staff member, talking about what are their future goals. And hey, if you become good at rapport, you see how that is going to help you in your future goals beyond working at Orange Theory or wherever they're at. And so I want our staff motivated to improve their skill sets. And one of the best ways you can do that is show them how it's going to apply to their life outside of work and in their future. So really just focusing on it. And if they have that in their head, they're much more likely to say, okay, I'm going to make an effort to build rapport with all the members, instead of, hey, it's easy just to check people in. I don't know their name, I've seen them 7 times, whatever. But you want them really practicing and getting, and just makes the job more fun when you know everybody's name anyways.